Capricorn, 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 I really could get flagged. The three flags, three red flags, you got flags all over the place. They're saying the red flags, visiting the red flags, or red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Not a white flag, not like a, okay, we give up, a red flag, big one. So this is quite disturbing, these messages. So if you're very sensitive to certain things and you don't understand how I channel, then it's probably best in order to back off. Okay, because someone's going to say, look, back off. I've told you and I've warned you once before. You back off now. So I really feel like that some of you are going to get into this big family argument, or a big person comes into your energy and it's like, I've told you once before and I'm telling you again. Back off right now. So I don't know. I can see these two big guys having a fight, right? Two brothers having a fight. And they're saying, look, I'm telling you now, back off now. So I don't know if this is... We're going to get onto your... Well, I'm going cold. We're going on to your main messages. What we're going to have to get... We're going to have to get the Palo Santos out for this one. Okay, so the main message was Lydia. Lydia. And Aunt Lydia. Okay, Aunt Lydia. Now, when I was hearing Lydia... I was hearing, put a lid on it, put a cap on it, put a Capricorn on it, and put another Capricorn. I'm going to set a Capricorn onto you. Or I'm going to put a cap on this. Now, that is also a contraceptive, obviously, put a cap on it, put a lid on it, around pregnancy. Now, the main message that I got for you was Aunt Lydia, right? Now, Aunt Lydia, when I was thinking lid, Aunt Lyd, oh, well, Aunt Lydia. And then I thought, what does that represent, Aunt Lydia? The Handmaid's Tale, right? Now, this is a story, obviously, that was on Netflix, but this is a story of Cry Wolf. There is the word that I don't even know if I can actually say on YouTube, but this is rape, and this is someone of Crying Wolf, and it plays a big reference within Sagittarius reading that I did. I think it was Sagittarius reading, where someone was calling someone over of a sex offender or an offence, or someone that is okay, this is where I'm going to get, because most of my people, but I do have a lot of guys that watch this, believe it or not, okay, and this does happen around my town. So if you are women, I'm not literally labelling men or women, but I'm crying. I'm probably going to start crying in a minute. Thanks, Spirit. There is something to do with around someone crying wolf. Now, I don't care whether this is men or women, but either way it's wrong. And this is basically somebody that calls someone over and they cry wolf. They pretty much tell people false information, and they feed it back to others falsely, which is a false accusation and accusing someone of a sex offence, but falsely accusing. Now, if any of you have been accused, then I'm not saying, or abused, because there's abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, and crying wolf energies here, and they could all represent a different story for a lot of you, right? But what I'm hearing is that somebody is crying wolf of, one, trying to get someone pregnant and try and lure them into getting pregnant so they can, say, entrap a male or female into paying them, right? So I'm going to get pregnant, right? I am going to get pregnant again, because this is really what I'm hearing. I want to get pregnant and I want a child. And to be honest, I don't really care who the father is. I just really want to get pregnant. And then once I am pregnant, see, this is where everybody's going to start. So I don't know who this person is, but I'm hearing that somebody's going to call this person in, okay, and entrap them. And this could be anything that is going on legally around court, around false entrapment of someone who cries wolf, of sex offence, which can also be seen as someone that is so guarded and protected that they call someone over for like a sex call or something like that, and they call them over and then they deny the fact that there's no sex here, but winding someone up like a prick tease, what we call it in Britain, is that you call someone over for like a a call girl or something like that, or like I'm going to call you over and I'm going to get you to expect that there's something here, but when you turn up, all I have as an expectation is that I can't wait to just cut you out and to lead you up the garden path and to make you think that there's something in it. Now, in the Sagittarius reading, there was someone that was crying wolf of where it is a very sensitive energy, obviously, for people, but this is a lot to do with where, and you do get it here, of where some energies, not labelling who or what energy of a substance of male or female, but will cry wolf of actual an offence that has been done to them when it hasn't. And I've had people of friends that I know that have got off with charges with that before because of the person being a complete and utter raving lunatic, right? Now, I don't know who this is or what this energy is relating to, but it is saying that somebody is falsely accusing people of certain things that are going around sex offence. Now, if you are a female and you are watching and that has happened to you, then please don't blame me because it obviously has happened. But my spirits are saying to me that there is a false accusation of someone that is trying to put a case together that physically didn't even exist. And it was just all made up. It was a handmaid's tale. It was something that, like fiction, not fact. It wasn't facts, and it was actually fiction. And it was made up by a person that physically made all of this crap up to say that it happened when it really didn't happen. And you've got like a really big lying energy here around a Leo energy, and they're lying. This person is blatantly lying, either to themselves or to you or whoever, but you've got references of Leo, of Pisces, a big fish, a big net, Sagittarius. So you've got Capricorn, Sagittarius, Pisces and Leo, right? All in this net. And all in this network as well as what they're saying, all in this network of people that these messages might even be something of a prediction that you witnessed that goes on in the black market. Because I'm hearing Nikki Black Market or the market. The market.com, the X-Files, the Mark. Mark. Now, this could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be illegal activity. I'm also picking up illegal asylum seekers, the name's Simon. It's Simple Simon, something also to do with around the Pisces because it was in their title quite a while ago. Okay, and there is false accusations and accusing people of things that happened that physically didn't happen. That's what they're saying. This stuff physically didn't happen. And someone's just making it all up. Now, are we dealing with PTSD and trauma? Or are we dealing with people that are actually out there that are doing all of these kind of things to some of you? Or is it all just make-believe of where someone just believes that people are doing witchcraft but they haven't seen it? Or they believe that there's twin flame energies out there when we're all twin flames. Everybody is a twin flame. Everybody learns on the job. You learn on the job, right? You can't learn anything without doing it. But there is something around doing it and doing it and doing it and done. There you go. There's the done. There's the Pisces representation of also Capricorn. Narcissistic people, narcissistic energies. You heard me going on this before. This person is tormenting people. Is more than likely blaming me for saying things on my own channel, which is a Pisces reading. You come out of that before. There's this person that is falsely accusing people. Now, you might even see me as falsely accusing people. I'm just a channeled reader. Stop watching. I told you, it will literally drive you crazy by you watching it. It doesn't affect me with your dislikes and stuff like that. It really doesn't, you know. So if you're watching, I'm a tarot reader, right? I'm a psychic medium. I pick up names. If you watch, I'm more than likely going to channel your story, and I'm more than likely going to channel the lies. I'm going to channel the deceit and everything else, right, that goes on in your lives, right? So you've kind of got all this stuff here. So you've got someone that is trying to put this case together, this Casey, the name Cassie, or Casino, or Sharon, but casino, again, like a casino, like a gambler, like the gamble or the gambit, or gambling, and lying, and constantly gambling, spending a lot of money gambling. Okay, they can just keep saying, someone has got a bad bad, bad, bad addiction here. Now, what we've also got is this Handmaid's Tale that is very, 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 very disturbing to me to try and channel for you guys, because I love you guys, Capricorn. I know that you give me great support, Goddess Dragon Girl, obviously, but when I come up with these messages, I get some people that get so frustrated with their messages that they don't want that to be happening anymore, but it is happening. And if people left and this happened, then please go back and check your last lot of messages, okay, and see if any of that did come true, because you've got this turn up that someone turns up, the X-Files, the X that marks the spot. It just keeps coming back, and it just won't leave, and it just keeps coming back and back and back, and they keep coming back for more. And that is also people that are connected via this channel, or a Vanessa, or a V, begins with V, or Stevie, or Steve, okay? Steve. Well, I also know other Steves, but there are also going to be narcissistic people that are also watching this that thinks it's me, okay? False accusations and accusing. Well, I can guarantee you that everything that I ever say is complete and utter honest. I'll never lie. I'll just exactly tell people as it is, right? So you've got this accusation of someone that calls people in falsely for a false accusation of sex. There is a sex offender here that can also be caused as a sex offender, There doesn't physically have to be contact of sex for there to be a sex offender. This can be someone that offends people very much by their appearance, by their pride, and by how they receive themselves as someone that prick teases people, calls them over, and then makes a false accusation against a male to say, all men are the same, all women are the same, you all live in one bracket, you're all the same, right? So you've got someone that calls people in to falsely accuse them around a sex thing, or a sex ring, falsely accuses people, and then pretty much blames that male for being a male, for all thinking the same way, by this person being sexually alluring, calling people in. Now, you might even be the female energy that gets blamed for this, right? But I'm hearing there's an energy here that gives off this vibe that they want sex, they want a twin flame, they want a soulmate, so on and so forth. They call these people in, they call them over, they kit them to visit, or this person is visiting you and this person's the liar, it's up to you. They come over here like this, and then they expect promises of like, well, I'm on here, we've been dating, we've been talking, and I've got the feelings, and I've got the emotions, and so on and so forth, and you're going through all of this. I mean, this could even be happening in your family group somewhere, right? I've got no idea where or who these energies are, but they would more than likely be people that you know, or things that you're witnessing around a court action of for and against of Libra, right? Because I feel like I heard plainclothes detective, but we'll get onto that one. Right, now, there's an energy here, guys, that calls someone over. This person is expecting sex because this person has told them that there's a very good chance that that could well be on, right? Because you've got, like I say, a metaphysical connection. And it's like going through your body, and it's going through all of your organs and everything else through being a medium, or by being open and being receptive to dark energies. Okay, called over. This person then destroys it, right? By attracting people into what they have to offer, but then denying it and cutting it off, but then blaming this person to say that it's them, to make them feel that they are bad for what they're doing or what they've done here. Done. That name keeps coming out. Whoever represents that, done. This person could be very stern, right? But anyway, they keep calling people over, right, in order to deny them, because they've got something is physically wrong with someone up here, and I'm sorry. I've got no idea. It's even making me tongue-tied, and it's also making me very tired. This person is very tired. They are exhausted, this person. They are so tired. And I would say on the receiving end of it, whoever this be, is very tired as well. Very, 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 very tired. So is also retired. This person could also be retired. They might not be working. I don't know. Because I keep hearing McIntyre, Paul McCartney, Wingspan. We've gone out with that before. Or retired. A retirement. in retirement. Okay, you also do have here of ADHD or a child that suffers from something here. Okay, I don't want to say the words that I'm hearing, but I'm hearing that. Okay, so you've kind of got children that could well be here as well. Now, I'm picking this up that we'll move on from that because there's this handmaid's tale, handwives tale, covering things up, not giving off false positive energy, giving off positive vibes arrive false. False, this person is false, right? Is completely lying and is false, right? So don't believe the hype, Capricorn. You know, you're being put to the test basically by your own planet of seeing what you're going to do with this energy. Now, you're really coming up against it now. If y'all think that it's over, you're being put up against a judgment energy, right? A big judgment energy. And a big judge as well. Some people really have got to go to court here, and the big honcho and the big court decision here. And this is like, what do we call it in Britain? The Crown Court. So this is the Crown also. So the Crown is also Netflix, and it is about the Queen. And this probably could be what was going on. Oh, okay, there you go. This is the Handmaid's Tale of what we went through before, which was to do with Prince Andrew and the other Epstein and all that kind of stuff. This could really be going off in January as well. This is what they're saying. This is where people get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, right? But this is where people get me wrong. I channel information that's just out here. It's literally, to me, it's just stuff that I hear and I give you, right? People then have this way of blaming me because they're watching, or this stuff is happening to them, or this stuff is physically happening to the world, and they just blame me for channeling it. So why do you watch? That's what I'm saying. If it winds you up and it's happening to you, why on earth would you blame another person for things that you're watching, for things that are going on in the world? Why would you blame that of what we're creating, right? So you've got this Prince Andrew thing of the Handmaid's Tale that was a big ring of sex offenders and all this kind of stuff, right? A big ring of it. And I'm saying that there's more people involved in this. So you've got something like that you might witness that comes out on the TV, DVLA, the DVLA. So the DVLA is something to do with around driving. So you're looking at Cancerian involved in this as well. And you're also looking at a driving company. Now, here we go. How much can you say, Steve? Probably not a lot. Anyway, a driving company, maybe. Now, you've got a plainclothes detective. You've got someone now that is about to be busted and raided for what they've done. Now, this is either drugs. This is either, I don't think drinking, I think drugs. I think a ring of something, of a company that has been doing very bad things. Thank you, Spirit. Which is, came up in the, I can't remember what reading. And it was very bad things with Christian Slater and God knows how many people that they were all being knocked off as they went along. We've got to get rid of this person because they know. We've got to get rid of this person because they know. And a lot of that came through as an actual company. That was pretty much getting rid of people to get in the fresh and new, to pay them a lot less money so they don't have to pay the people, say, if they were on £191, supposed to have been on £191 a week, but then all of a sudden they get rid of that person and they start paying them a lot less, or they get rid of the person that's been putting in all of the work. Thanks very much for your time. Here's a bunch of roses. Here's a bunch of pick and mix. Thank you, or a chocolate watch or a paper out of a cracker. There you go. Thanks very much for that. We're not gonna, you're not got a job anymore. If you don't want to work for us, never mind. We'll go for the next best thing, which will be the small person that's just left school or something like that. Either young people or an offender, or let's go for the next best young person so we can then pay them a lot less. And they think, oh wow, this job is everything, it's great because I have a little bit of money in my pocket. Yeah, of course you do. Thanks for working for us. Right, we're going to lumber you with a load of hours. We're not going to pay you that amount. Of course not. We're not going to give you a lot. you're going to have to learn on the job. We'll be lining our pockets very much so with that money. Thanks for that. But, you know, there you go. There's a job for you, little one. And you're like, oh, great, that's fantastic, thanks. You know, yeah, I'll be really good at it. And trust me, I will be on time and I will be everything else, blah, blah, blah. And then the poor person that's just been kind of cast aside, they're kind of like, well, that's really not fair. So you've definitely got this plainclothes detective of where people might be getting rid of people left, right and centre. They might be sacking people all over the place to get fresh and new people in that don't know. But the thing is that there are people here that do know, right? And now because they do, you've got this big selling out energy, right? Of where people are now, they know, right? People are very wise to the fact that they know. And they are doing their best. That there might be plainclothes detectives that are going to swarm a business here. Because I feel like you've got a mole. You've got a mole. And I did pick up a cancerous mole in another reading. So this might be a mole that is a physical sign of cancer. Okay, sorry, I do apologise. Some of you, I hope not, have a cancerous mole, okay, which is malignant or melanoma or something like that, right? Or melanie or something like this. But so please get yourselves checked, okay? But I'm picking up the other aspect of a mole is Adrian. The name Adrian or Adi or Andrew. All right, Andrew, how you getting on, mate? But something to do with like Andrea, the name Andrea, or anything that begins with Abby, Abbott, AB positive, Andrew. But they all begin with AA. And there you go. So Alcoholics Anonymous or NA, which is Narcotics Anonymous as well. So you've got rehab. So you've got the song, right? Rehab. So this is cocaine as well. People in a business that are doing cocaine more than likely. They run a business and they also run a cocaine business. And they could be selling cocaine running their business, meaning that they do these kind of things around their business, and they probably do loads of things with travel or stuff like this and on the market, and they probably do cocaine themselves whilst driving to keep them awake, because I'm hearing like a truck driver, a lonely crane driver, or like which was grounds for divorce, which was Albo. So lonely crane driver, Albo, Taurus. This person could be married, or they could have Taurus in their chart, or it's involving the Taurus that knows about it. And they probably know, wow, this is really relating to so many people. Wow. The things that go on that people, I don't even know. Like, I don't physically, anyway. So you've got this lonely crane driver, or the name Crane, right? Or a Adrian, or something like that, or a drain. Okay, that is draining a company by trying to lie for this person for what they're doing. It's draining the company. It's draining their finances. It's draining the family because of a drug addiction. Now, someone is also here taking cocaine but running it from their own show, which means that a showroom or a front room, that they do it in their front room. Or this is someone that is doing this, running it from their business, like they're traveling. Whatever this person is traveling, and they're holding all of this stuff in their car, which is Cancerian, or it's in their car itself and it's involving a Cancerian. And I'm seeing all of this stuff in the back of a boot of a car, or in the back of someone, where someone is asked to go on a journey to somewhere, and while they're there they pick up a load of stuff and then they come back and they bring it back here. So it's kind of like someone saying, look, can you go and collect me a load of weight and then bring it back to me, and then we'll sell it from our company. Right, so whatever this is a big, large lot of weight that's being carried around, right? Because it's a burden, it's a strain, it's a drain, and it is also weight of drugs and things like that I pick up, right? Because someone's trying to pick up things, pick me up, have a pick me up whilst they're going to pick up. So whilst they could be driving a pick-up truck, this person might drive a pickup truck. Okay, so a pick-me-up, pick-up truck. wow, y'all got a lot of bad energy. I really do apologise, Capricorn, that I always constantly have to come out with these bad things for you. But, you know, I have to give you the truth. So you're going to get haters. I love you guys, trust me, I really do. But I have to give you these messages, and I have to be true and honest to what I hear. You know, I can't get distracted. I have to tell you the truth, right? So you've got that energy here of someone that travels and they pick up a load of things that are very heavy, and then they bring them back and they sell them on the black market, right? They sell them illegally. So whether these are people that are physically being transported around that are like illegal immigrants or something, or they are asylum seekers. I feel sorry. I mean, in Britain we have loads of different ethnicities of people that come here because of the country being completely, you know, bad things that go on. And me, I'm quite open to new cultures. I enjoy talking to different people. You know, I really do. I love to learn about culture, and I don't mind who stays in this country as long as they work and as long as they do things that are they provide for the, you know, they learn also to speak English as well is a good start. But it doesn't really matter as long as they work, you know. So it doesn't bother me. Because, you know, our NHS, it struggles by people that come here and they don't work and they claim off the NHS and they don't work and they send it. So you always get people that don't do things compared to people that really try, you know, and then you get asylum seekers that are threatened and forced to move out of a country when they actually have been trying. They just get blamed because of their culture. They get blamed because of the goddamn colour of their skin. I mean, really? But they get blamed for certain things, for being a certain way, when they have actually been trying, compared to the people that have been draining the system that physically don't. And you're always going to have these contrasts here between Libra energies, but you're definitely going to have this for some that try and some that don't, right? Now, you've got this energy where we will get onto other things, but you've got this energy here. What I'm hearing is around that someone keeps trying for a child. Now, there's a false energy here as well, though, for a lot of you, that someone is like trying their best to get pregnant so they don't have to work. So because it depends where you live, I don't know. But you get people, and I know people that do that. So they don't have to work, they just have more children, and they have more children, and they have more children, so they don't physically have to ever work. And I don't know whether this is a condition that someone has that physically don't want to work, or they just think, well, I can't work anyway, right? I can't work anyway because I've got kids and children, and I physically can't work because I've got loads of children, right? So, but there's this energy here that someone might want another child, that someone might want another one. And it's really putting a strain on someone to think, you know what, I really don't know if I do want more children. Or you've got this energy here of where someone is really trying to get pregnant so they don't have to work. And that, oh my God, that reminds me so much of... It's difficult being a medium, not being able to say people, but trust me, I've experienced it. Right. So you've kind of got this, but your main energy was the X-Files and cry wolf. Cry for attention. Crying wolf. Of saying things that are physically happening but they're not, which is why you've got PTSD, trauma, and narcissism. Or someone's trying to get someone to believe that there's nothing happening when it really is, when it is blatantly happening to someone, and they are being, oh man, I can feel the PTSD and the trauma that you can experience through here, Capricorn. And believe you me, I have to keep saying this to people. If you think for 1 minute that I haven't been through these, guys, if you think for 1 minute that I haven't been through the mustard to get where I am mentally, you're very much mistaken. You are very much mistaken, right? So you have to believe me that a lot of what I give you is because I've been through it, and I've been through the edge backwards, right? And I've had to use my intuition, and I've had it broken, and I've been knocked off so many times in my life and gaslit that I understand these energies, right? I really do. So please believe me when I say that a lot of what I give you is through experience, is through physically experiencing a lot of things. Nowhere near like some of this stuff, but each individual person has a quality about themselves of their own. You have to own your experience, right? When you can own your experience and you can lift your head up high and say, you know what, I done it, I did it, you know, I own up, I did do that. you know, and I apologise. Or you come back like when I did, and I came back here after my last bad experience. I came back and I had to apologise to all my friends that told me don't go, that do not go. And this could be a message for you. Do not go. There was a reading on the extended of what happens here afterwards, that where it said about a journey in the fall here. It might have been a bad reading, I can't remember, because the Scorpio reading was, I don't know, I just wasn't on form. But there was an energy here of a plan to go on a trip and a journey with someone, and it ended up, no, I'm sure it did, the message was don't go. Okay, and it was someone that is planning things here of like, oh, I've just met a twin flame, right? And everything is good, and the feelings are flowing, and the stuff like that. And then when you turn up, it's a bad experience. It's karmic. So you've got to be careful. You've got to have a backup plan. Me, I was physically kicked out and abandoned in Australia, as a lot of you guys know, right? For me, that was a traumatic experience. It caused a lot of trauma in my head. It really did. It played so many games in my head that I was traumatized by that experience because I was scared. I'd never, ever, ever left this country on my own, and I'd barely gone anywhere apart from with other families when I was very little, or I'd gone with my parents, but I'd very rarely ever left this country. And I went to Australia. And this is why I'm saying to you, be very careful about journeys and trips that you go to meet these connections. You have to be very, 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 very careful. I'm a man, and I was scared. I was, and I'll admit it. And I had to come back and I had to hold my head up high and admit to all my friends that I'd made a very bad mistake, and that I apologised, and I told them everything that went on. And I admitted my part, and I let my karma go. But that person floats around this channel, so, you know, I can't help but channel that story because that person is around, right? So a lot of you know. So, so you got that, and it's probably winding that person up, but like I keep saying, stop watching, but you refuse to, so you more than likely will. So you've got this, plainclothes detective. A plainclothes detective of someone that is a mole, like it's someone that's sniffing out things and they're trying to find out information on the other side of a camera, or they're like watching people and doing things and taking it for themselves, or they are. It's a very difficult, weird energy of whether this is everybody or not, because I've had so many people contacting me thinking that there's witchcraft going on when there isn't. You just hear it. You're just hearing it. It's not for everybody. You can't take every message because it's in a tarot reading and say, well, that sounds so much like my energy because I'm going through an awakening and PTSD. That really must be happening to me. No. Don't make energies fit. Don't, because there's someone out there that it really is happening to. And not saying witchcraft. I'm just saying, you know, I've had a lot of clients that have still not understood about the karma. If your head is like filled full of confusion and frustration and hate and pain, you are the karmic person. And I have to keep rattling this home to people. Yeah, but I've been told that this person's with their karmic and they're preparing this person to come back to me. You're all karma. No one's ever exempt from karma. But if you're in a spiritual connection as a twin flame, the twin flame energy is the feminine. That's you. The feminine energy is the twin flame, right? You have the karma, you have the spiritual growth, you have the spiritual calling, you have the bit that you find unfair, but it's more fair in the end because what you're getting is everything. You're getting an experience of lifetime that is physically pulling you from your past, right? It's trying to. But you won't see it that way until you physically see it yourself, until you physically understand the energy and you physically see clearly. That's because your karma's gone and you can see and think clearly, and you know the next direction of your own karma and your own calling to know that things in life come back and they go all the time, right? Fly away Peter, fly away Paul. Come back Peter, come back Paul, right? So you've got this anyway. Your main message here is a plainclothes detective, the X-Files. E.T. Elliot, the name Elliot, right? It's the Mandela effect as well. The Mandela effect of the Mandela effect of the Mandela effect of the Mandela effect. It is obvious that everything is a goddamn Mandela effect. You can't believe in anything anymore, because everything that we believe to be true physically isn't. It really isn't. That's the Matrix. That's hell. Right? Everything that you believe to be true of everything that people say is just you have to be very careful what you say. But as I'm saying, is a Mandela effect of like, oh, okay, this person's saying time is illusion. Everything is fantasy. Time is illusion. Everybody, you tell me that there are a lot of tarot readers out there that now start to say time is illusion. Why did they hear that? They heard it from another tarot reader. I guarantee the majority of people that hear things, that copy people, they hear it from a tarot reader saying it and they start saying it. Like, love yourself first. Learn to love yourself. But what's the other sayings that a lot of people say? I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's you know what the Mandela effect is, right? If you haven't studied the Mandela effect, it's something I studied 10 years ago, right? But the Mandela effect. But it's E.T. phone home. E.T. didn't phone home. He home phoned. He said home phone. He never did say E.T. home phone. He said E.T. phone home, right? But everybody believes in it. Everybody says it, and it was really just to do with Nelson Mandela, right? But you've got all of this disbelief stuff, right? You have to be careful of your mind when you're having an awakening, because you're very receptive to having PTSD and trauma. Do you think that an awakening is easy? Do you think that an awakening doesn't give you PTSD, trauma, sleepless nights, seeing numbers? Oh my God, there's a car that just went by and it's got my twin flame's name written all over it. A lot of you don't know this. When I first went through mine, there was a car that pulled up and it had her first name. And then as I was driving on the motorway, this other car came right directly behind it and it had a surname on it. The front car had a first name on it, the second car had a last name on it. Right? And I thought, oh my God, oh my God, this must be real. I am going to be with this person in the end. No, never did come true. Spirit will not let you forget your karma. You can't blame anybody else. It's spirit that gets all of these things, that do all of these things, that get you to constantly think of this person. I'm standing in a bar and all of a sudden I'm trying to forget my twin flame and someone just shouts out their name. And I look around and it isn't, they're talking to another person. You go, oh my God, that person's name again. It just appeared up. Who's there? Well, it's not the person, no, it's spirit. They put numbers in front of you. They put cars, they put billboards in front of you. They get people to shout out their name within time. It's not real. Right? So they put it together. The person that you're blaming is spirit for doing it. Right? So go right ahead, see how you get on with blaming spirit. But I love my spirit guides. Yeah, there you go. They're narcissistic. The narcissistic spirits. Right? Well, there you go. Bad spirits. You know, you have to know what you're listening to. So, anyway, we're going to leave that one alone. But, yeah, the plainclothes detective of a mole that has been implanted into, I don't know, I mean, are these things that are being planted into people's head? Oh my God, someone here literally does believe in aliens. What on earth? Why am I talking about aliens? Someone here, I don't know, they're either having an implant or something. I mean, my God. I mean, what is that with, what's his name, the Rocket and the real big honcho with a cigar and what's his name is now implanting things into people's head? I mean, really, are people going to have all of that crap? Well, I mean, you know, you have the computer, that's enough, right? But you have cameras. Surveillance cameras. Someone has been caught on a surveillance camera that they've got around a business, and someone is a mole. They're watching somebody on their surveillance camera at work. So say, for instance, if you've got a yard, for instance, right, and there are cars and there are vans and things like that around, there are also cameras there. And this is someone's business that has cameras, or a big backyard or something that has cameras. And somebody has been caught on it, doing something. And they're being asked to sell out to someone because it will ruin the company if they give over this information and say, okay, well, I'm just going to have to tell mum. Or I'm going to have to tell someone now because you're putting me in a very bad predicament now that I've caught you red-handed on camera doing it. There's the Cameron and there's the camera. So someone's been caught red-handed, red hot, a Leo, a son or a daughter, being caught red-handed doing something that they shouldn't on camera at work. Someone's been caught at work red-handed on camera, either one stealing something or taking something or doing something that they really shouldn't, and they've been caught at work on camera. And these people are keeping a very close eye on this person, I feel, for a lot. Let's see. It might not be a Leo, but I'm hearing hot, or a son or a daughter or a brother or a sister. A brother or a sister or a sibling, so we say. A sibling as being caught red-handed on camera doing something that they shouldn't. Something that they've done. Okay? Has been caught on camera doing something. Sorry, I'm going off in my own head thinking, wow, I can see all of these people or whatever that I know. I mean, even I have to be careful, because sometimes I'm like, oh damn, I didn't even realise that was going to mean myself, and it does, right? So I don't know. But again, I can see someone being caught red-handed in something that they do on camera. What else have we got for you, Capricorn? Anything else that's disturbing for Capricorn? Anything else that we got that's disturbing? Disturbed, which is silence. Silent witness. There is a lot of you, you've really got to go to court for a lot of you. And you're probably worried, or this person's very worried, that you could be going to court or taking them to court, or I don't know. But I can see like a huge company having to go to court to give evidence, because it came up, evidence, and like give over, you know, what was I've said it in other readings where I said, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say may be held accountable against you in a court of law, all of this kind of thing. Laura, the name Laura. Okay, Laura. I don't know why, but I heard that someone's stealing stationery. Stationery. Sean Connery. He died, bless him. Sean Connery, or like Sean. The name Sean. Sean. I'm definitely hearing the name Sean. Stealing something. Stationery. Station? At a train station. Someone's at a train station, is what I can see. Someone's standing at a train station, and I can see fog, smoke, Willy Fog. London. Something to do with London. And someone's standing at a train station with fog here. Why am I seeing a load of smoke? Loads of smoke. Like all of a sudden, like clouds of smoke. Cloud. Claudia, or Claudia. Or like, because I don't know, I keep picking up doctor, like doctor, dock of the bay, or like a bay leaf, or a tea leaf, or like, just lock up your doors if you come from London, lock your doors. Something to do with someone's door, or daughter. Someone's daughter, or Doreen, something to do with Doreen, or their DAW. DA. Anyway, sorry, but this is the DVLA. This is a driving company. Someone's being investigated. They really are. It's like a tax thing, or being investigated for tax, or tax fraud, or something like that, where they've been paying people cash and things are not adding up and weighing up. And because it doesn't, you've kind of got this mole here. Like okay, I heard a scapegoat as well, of someone that's about to get the blame for the whole lot. Like a scapegoat of like someone that's been like trying to cover up the books and trying to work the books around it, And it's kind of like, well, we're just using you as a scapegoat, and if everything goes to pot, it's all right, you're the scapegoat, we'll just blame you for it, and we'll just put it all on you. So it's kind of like someone saying, look, bruv, you know, I really need you to do time for me, I need you to do the old tea birds for me, so I need you to do the tea. So someone says tea, someone that makes tea quite a lot, or makes coffee here, right? And so, well, they're the small person, we're just going to give them all the responsibility and make them think that, you know, that they're the big honcho here, and we're going to give them the responsibility and say, yeah, you're the big person, look, we're going to give you all this responsibility, there you go, thanks very much, make us a cup of tea. You're like, really? It's like, yeah, we're only really, what we're doing is using you as a scapegoat, because if it all goes to pot, we can just put all of that blame on you and just say that it was you to cover it up for us. So we'll just blame the insurance, or like assurance policy, or something of, there's a boss here that's trying to work their way around it by working the books, by putting it on to other people. So it's kind of like this energy where we're going to put all of these things onto someone else and say that it's your fault, and this person's like lost within translation. That's the spiritual narcissism video. If you haven't seen it, please make sure you go back and watch it. Please also make sure you watch Angel Radio, the last one, R&B. But like, and I make everything myself. I don't know, people will copyright. No, I made it all myself. You've kind of got this. You've kind of got this person as a scapegoat, like a cry wolf and a scapegoat. Like, we can put everything onto you, you know, or a coat. Why am I hearing that someone's going to buy someone a mink coat or a pink coat? The pink coats or the red coats? A holiday camp? Someone could be camp. Someone could be in a same-sex relationship, or like a minx, like a minx, or pinks. The name Pink, or Mr. Pink, Mr. White, Mr. Pink. Reservoir dogs, cats, reservoir cats, Leos, loads of them. But like reservoir. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case you fall off your chair. So hope it's not a three-legged table. But I'm so scared in case it falls off. Like someone's got something on a table and they're worried that it's going to fall off a table. That something will fall off a table. I don't know what that is. Be careful if you've got a very dodgy table somewhere and you've got something very expensive on a table, and that you're worried that this thing's going to fall off it, because it might fall off a table. It might fall off very unstable. There is something here that is very unstable. A table is very unstable. Stable. Stephen. Well, I'm not very, well, I don't know. Some people will probably see me as very unstable. Or no, a stable. A horse stable. Horse stable. Huntstable. Constable. That's a policeman. Constable. Or a name, Constable. Or a horse stable. Like a horse stable. Really, that it really is you, innit? Sorry. A horse stable. Or a traveller that does a horse fair is having an affair. Someone could be having an affair in a stable, or doing something in their horse stable. Someone's paying people under the table as well, cash. And a stable. It's under the table, whatever it is. If you're looking for something, it's under the table. It is under the table. They keep saying that there is something stuck under the table. So whatever it is that you've got around the table, just have a look under the table. I don't know what this is, but they're saying have a look under the table, right? Under the times tables, under the times. Times here is a article, like a newspaper, the Times. TV, Times, TV, Stevie. Or Steve, again, there's another Steve, or it's me, I don't know. But TV, DV, Devi, Stevie, VV, TV, TV. TV. TB. Okay, there might be some sort of tuberculosis or TB. I mean, that is TB, right? Tuberculosis? Tuberculosis. This is a disease centre. Tuberculosis. Someone, oh, okay. Okay. My sister, Sagittarius, has been diagnosed with COVID-19. She's fine. She's fine. Got a check-up on her again today, but it's been 6 to 7 days and she feels a little bit, but really not too much. So apparently she is fine. But references of Capricorn, so something around a disease centre or of like a, something like that, okay? TV, something's on the TV, on the television. Something could be coming on the television. Someone appearing on the television. Like, oh my God, they're on the television. I didn't realise that they're on the television. Well, there you go, that's a programme. Why do you think they call a television a television? It tells our vision. Wow, look at what's on the television. A programme, what does that do? It programs your mind. Right? We are the programme. We are a programme. We're a programmer. Someone's a computer programmer. Or a grammar. Grandma, or a granny, or a nanny, or a Grammy Award winner. Like a Grammy. Someone's going for a gram. Also, which would be called no? Or going for a gram. Or going for a Grammy Award winning thing. Yeah, we're going to leave it at that, Capricorn. You've had an hour, bruv. Please click on all of the stuff that comes up, the adverts. Please click on them. You don't have to really buy anything, just click on it. Thanks very much. So what we do now is, guys, if you want to see what happens here, loads of different protect yourself, yes, no, finances. There's different questions, answers, and stuff in different decks. One that I made myself, another one that is here. I'm trying to transform it a little bit and look at doing something different after Christmas when I get prepared and have a couple of days off. But if you want to see this is an added bonus that really only goes to the people that are on the full access bundle tier of Patreon. Okay, so you get this each month. We do something different and I try to change things up. Things happen very differently over there. If you've just met the channel, you'll find that on the most expensive tier, I think that it's still a very good price. It's like £12 for a month. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. You get readings that don't appear anywhere else. They just go straight over to there. You get all the extendeds. You can watch it for as long as you like. Okay. But anyway, there's a full access bundle. And there's loads of readings over there that don't appear anywhere else. This one is also going to appear each month. We'll do the not a tarot reading, and then we do the tarot reading, but is an added bonus for January. So it'll be each month, and it'll be for that month. We do a full spread, clarify it, and tell you any messages that there are that could be coming up for you in January, and then we do exactly the same as we've done each month. But we might change it up a little bit when we come to the bi-weeklies. Okay. So thanks very much. Oh yeah, if you have joined Patreon, make sure you download the app, okay, because the app is going to ask you to sign in. When you've got the app of Patreon, if you join, download the app, and then once you've got the app, remember what you signed in from. So you've really got to have one email that you sign in to Patreon, because if you use a different email or a different password, or you try to sign in via Facebook, for instance, or Google or something like that, and it's not the right account, not the right password, when you go over to watch one of the videos, some clients have said, well, I joined and I couldn't watch any of the videos. That might be because you follow the link and that you didn't sign in, or the fact that you did sign in but it didn't match up with the one that you did when you did first join. Okay, so please try and think that when you get to Patreon, if you just download the app, that should notify you and everything as well, that when videos come out, and just use the same password and everything for that all of the time. Just store it into your phone, and then, because you get a lot of people there suffering through PTSD and they try to cover up and have multiple different emails and multiple different accounts because you're suffering from PTSD, and you want to get on there and you realise that you probably changed it yourself. So, you know, sorry guys, but you know, just keep in mind of that, right? Because it's a separate website. Patreon is not YouTube. It's just a cross between, but just think it's a different website. Okay. Okay, guys, thanks very much, Capricorn. That is your channel messages, and I will be back very soon with all the other stuff. Thanks very much. See you soon.